business build an online presence, increase brand awareness, and connect with their target audience effectively. Social media management is what is involved today. Like every business needs and requires a social media manager. Because of if you don't have any online presence in today's digital world, your business won't go far because of social media management gives you reach. You meet people that are not going to walk by your store on a daily basis. You connect with people in positions and power that you can't even see them. Like for you to see those kind of people, you have to book appointments. You don't know them from anywhere. But through social media, you can connect with those people. So the importance of social media management. Number one, brand awareness. Social media helps businesses establish recognition and trust their target audience. With social media management, your brand becomes public to people. Like if, for example, Mr. Ikenna opens a shop along the road and, for example, is selling clothes. With social media, the people that are going to be seeing the clothes that he's selling is not only the people that are passing in front of the shop. Someone can be in Abuja and see the clothes that he's selling and order from Abuja. Next, customer engagement. Social media allows businesses to interact with their followers and build relationships with potential customers. What does that say? Customer engagement in the sense that you will be able to communicate with your customers. Your customers will be able to tell you your pros and cons, which in form will also help you to maximize your business strategy. You will know what they want and what they don't want. With that, be able to know what you are doing. Next, targeted marketing. Social media helps business understand how their target audience interacts with them, which can help them create more tailored marketing strategy. Then another one, brand loyalty. A successful social media management strategy can help business foster brand loyalty. Website traffic. A social media can help business drive traffic to their websites. With social media management, your website will be receiving traffic because of with some content you create, creating awareness about your website. That as well will push people to your website. For example, Jumia. No matter how popular or known Jumia is, Jumia still use their social media platform to engage with their audience. Last but not the least, trend awareness. Social media management helps businesses stay up to date with trends. So, what does a social media manager do? Because of you that wants to know about social media management, your role is not social media management, but your role is a social media manager. So what do they do as a social media manager? Number one, content creation. Develop engaging posts and graphics. Number two, scheduling and posting, which is maintaining consistency and brand image using the tools you have available. Tools like Canva, CapCut, any tools that you can use to create engaging content that's appealing to the audience and speaks what the brand is about. Number three, community management, which is engaging with followers and responding to messages. As a social media manager, you engage with brand followers and respond to their message. Like swift response to messages of brands speaks highly of that brand because of if the customer has any challenges and they come to their social media page, mostly if they are using Twitter, you will see a post that is not related to Glo or MTN. Someone will just tag at MTN and make a comment, and you see MTN social media manager rush to that comment and start addressing the person. That is the work of a social media manager. Analytics and reporting. which is track performance and metric. As a social media manager, you have to also have analytic knowledge to be able to look at the data and know where the lapses are coming from. To be able to study the data and know, okay, why is this post having more engagement than this other post? And last but not the least, strategic development. That is planning campaigns to meet the business goal. You do campaigns that are tailored to suit the business. You do posts that are tailored for the business. Next. So now the business of the day, how to get started without any money. Number one, learn the basics. You use free online tools, resources like YouTube and HubSpot. There are a lot of free tools, there are a lot of tutorials out there on how you can start social media management. There are a lot of tutorials out there on how you can build a Facebook business page. There are a lot of free tools out there. There are a whole lot of free tools and new paid tools out there that can take you from a beginner to an advanced social media manager. Number two, identify your needs. Social media management is broad. It's broad. When I say broad, it's broad. You can have all the basic knowledge, but you cannot be experts in all of them. There are people that are into social media management. They are very good with Facebook marketing. There are some that are very good with LinkedIn. There are some that, when it comes to YouTube, they can make your video with you that doesn't have any followers. They can make your video go viral. So you that is entering into social media management, you have to be able to identify your niche. You have to be able to know which platform speaks well of you. Number three, optimize your profiles. Showcase your skills on LinkedIn and Instagram. Your social media platform should speak more of what you do than your lifestyle. It should speak more professionally of you. If you say you are into social media management or you are into social media marketing and your profile doesn't speak of you, like someone goes to your social media page and they are seeing something totally different. They are saying something totally different than what you speak of. It doesn't go well. Build a portfolio. Offer free or discounted services to gain testimony. Let me use myself as a case study. There are some services I've offered to some clients that I just changed myself. Like the fee I'm supposed to charge for that particular work, I reduced it. But in return, the recommendation I got from those clients, the people that came back from those clients, I was able to make times 5 of the money I would have made from that particular client if I had charged the normal fee. Fifth, leverage free tools. Tools like Canva, Buffers, CapCut, and Google Docs are tools that you can use for free without paying huge amount of money. You can use Canva for free without paying for the pro version. You can use to design your graphic. You can use CapCut to edit your videos, all with your mobile phone. This is things that you can do with your mobile phone without even thinking of where you want to get money to purchase a laptop. Sixth, network. One thing about social media management is networking. You can't have clients without networking. If people don't know what you do, they won't come to you. If people don't know what you do, you don't speak about yourself. Before I started social media marketing, I was not an outgoing person. Yes, I say a lot of things around my friends, but when I'm in the midst of people that I don't know, I keep quiet. But through social media marketing, I've learned to be more open. Like I can be in a place and from conversation, I just tell you, this is what I do. I sell myself out to people. So you join online groups and pitch your services. Another thing I want people to know is, as a social media manager, you are not an island. You need
fellow social media managers also to guide you, because of there are some challenges you might face in some tasks that is your colleague, that comes to you for advice, you really want to go and run to him that this is what I'm facing, and you would have already tackled a challenge like that before and tell you that this is how to go about it. So your colleagues and your close friends in social media, like people that do the same thing you do, you keep them very close, because of there are some work that they are also going to refer to you that they cannot do.
Number 7, provide value. Start small and upscale your services. Yes, you have acquired the skill. Yes, you have burnt candles trying to study, trying to know how to do social media marketing, and you have perfected it. But the money is not going to come overnight. You have to build your portfolio. How do you build your portfolio? You have to start small. Yes, there are people that charge $100 for jobs that they do, but you are not at that level yet. You start small. Build people to be able to trust you with their business, their digital marketing business. How people to trust you? How people trust you? You charge what you feel that, yes, it might be nothing at the starting point, but over time, those people will be the one rushing you, and you'll be able to charge more. Then, last but not the least, create a business page. Yes. As a social media manager, you have to have a professional business page that showcases all the works that you have done for clients. Because of when you are referring people to go see your work, they will be looking for a professional business page that they want to see, to show them what you have been doing. So, how much does a social media manager earn in Nigeria? Entry level earns between 50 to 100K per month. Yes, for entry level social media managers. Then for intermediates, they earn between 150 to 300K per month. Then for freelancers, because of freelancers work by projects, so they are not on a monthly base salary. So freelancers charge between 30K to 100K per month, for depending on the kind of projects that is being given to them. Then experienced managers, ones that have gone far and wide, can earn significantly more. And in other currencies, there are lots of foreign paying jobs out there. If you go to Upwork, you see a lot of foreigners that want to pay people to manage their Facebook, they want to pay people to manage their Instagram, and they are paying in dollars. The skills is very, very lucrative. Like, you can't have that skills and you tell yourself that you don't have money, except you are not utilizing the skills very well. So, to conclude all I've said, starting a social media management business without money is achievable. It's very, very achievable with dedication. Leverage free tools, build your brand, and focus on providing value first. That should be your first thing in the back of your mind. Providing value first. Forget the money. If your customer is not happy with what you are doing, they will not call you back. Instead, they will tarnish your image. First, providing value first, and the reward will follow. In Nigeria, the demand for skilled social media managers is growing. As at the time I started, and now, it's now like it's a normal thing now for a company now to have a social media manager. Before, I was selling the idea to companies like, your business, now they are the one telling me what they want. Before, I was one selling the idea that your business needs this, but now companies know that it's needed. So the demand is growing and making this a lucrative opportunity for people. So, questions?
Question. Wow, that was really insightful. The thing is, those applications you mentioned, Canva, maybe I don't know if in the second you will tell us how to use it. Maybe you can give us like a detailed how to use it. Thank you. I would like to maybe book a private meeting with you if you can allow.
Thank you very much. Please, I would like to let us know that this is not the end of. Hey, let me get it. This is not the end of the program, because after the program we'll do a closed WhatsApp group where we still ask more questions because of time constraint for us. My own question is, you talked about Upwork where we can get jobs. So I just need to throw more light on this Upwork, and I've heard it before, they pay in dollars. So is there a way you, because we are in Nigeria, how do you get your payment in dollars? How do you sign up on Upwork? Or do I know you won't answer our words? Just to brush on what is Upwork all about? Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? So, let me start with your question on Canva. Yes, we can see at the end of the program so that I can explain more to you, but there are also, like I said, free tools. There are tutorials out there. Like people post a lot of tutorials on how to utilize all these platforms. Even the platforms themselves, they have their own social media pages that they post tutorials on how to use the daily tools. But at the end of the program, we'll talk more. Then for your own question on Upwork. For Upwork, signing up is free. You don't pay any money. And even getting a job is free. You don't pay any money. They only charge you from the percentage that you are being paid. And you receive your money through, you have to have a foreign bank account, which is, no, not domiciliary account. You collect your payment through PayPal or, no, there's this other one.
What about
Pioneer, yeah. So for you to sign up on Pioneer, you just need your any form of identification that you have, any Nigerian form of identification. But the downside about Pioneer now is Pioneer charge for you to withdraw on Pioneer. You to withdraw your dollar on Pioneer, you are paying a service charge of $50. So that means you have to allow the money to grow in your Pioneer account before you can even venture on withdrawing it. So you don't make $50 and say you want to withdraw $50. You will not see the money. So you have to grow the money. But the jobs there are very, very lucrative. And at the end of the program, I also give you ways of going about it, and your portfolio is key because of for you to be able to pitch to the client to give you the job. Your portfolio has to be very, very good. Yeah. And what else? That's just it. Any other question?
That is the value, actually.
Can we give it up for Mr. Alex Lawson? Don't let his English name deceive you. He's a Nigerian man with a British name. Thank you very much. I've really learned a lot, and I've been blessed. So I didn't understand, I didn't know that there are some opportunities that we can meet in internet marketing today. That please can we give it up for my boss, Mr. Valentine. He's the CEO of Provia Integrated, a multifaceted company that into outsourcing, fleet management, habits, and he has over a decade experience in this business. I can't wait. I'm already getting blessed. I just discovered a platform where I've been wasting my time. I can just go and put my services Upwork. I just discovered it today. And I discovered that the accounts I've been using, I have the Pioneer account actually, but I didn't know I can use it on Upwork. I was waiting for me to have a domiciliary account or this one. Information is power. What you don't know can destroy you. That's why it is our value chain and our mission to ensure that we spread light. Light is knowledge. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Most things that Christians are praying about, they should have been working on knowledge about it. There are certain things we should not be praying about. What should we be seeking for is light. It says the entrance of your knowledge or your word, it gives light and gives understanding to the simple. Knowledge itself is the first form of deliverance. Knowledge is the first form of deliverance. Thank you very much. And if you are not poor, you don't need to wait. I used Pioneer for years now, but I didn't know I can use it for not poor. Pioneer, you don't need to transfer. In fact, if you have money in your Pioneer, just look for an exchange platform. Transfer to them. It's free. Pioneer to Pioneer account is free, so they will pay you in Naira. There's this platform I've been using for years. I've made money. It's called atom.com. What I do there is, companies that just want to start, they need name suggestions, ideas, and also they need logo. So I use Canva too. Even the designs you see today, are they lovely? They are made from Canva, you believe. All the designs for this program that you see are made from Canva, and they are lovely. So Canva is a free platform, and even on that atom.com, I use Canva designs. I use designs from Canva, and then I post them on atom.com. Sometimes I win $50, $100. She said, nobody's ready to give. This nowadays that pastors are being criticized. You don't have to wait to offer money. I'm sorry for you. In fact, now, God are the days when pastors used to meet members. It's now that members meet pastors. So as a pastor, you have to, of course, man shall not live by only the word of God alone. Bread served for day. So it is well. So without much ado, if you have further questions, we are going to open the WhatsApp platform where you can direct your questions. As I told you, that's also where we send the certificate of participation to certify that yes, you participate in a skill acquiring program like this, and we hope that you are already being blessed. Some of us have been blessed already. God bless you so much. So without much ado, I want to introduce the next speaker who's going to be talking to us for the next 15 minutes. His name is Mr. Shadrach Omori. Mr. Shadrach Omori is a well-known actor. If most of you watch African Magic, you would have seen him in lots of movies. He has another project coming on very soon. He should be in the shoot. That was yesterday, not today, thank God. So it was the set yesterday. I had to be here, and he's here to speak to us and incite us with some knowledge in his content creation. On content creation, how you can start content creation business with $0 and make money and make money and make money. For those of us online and offline, this is the time for you to be here with your pen, your paper, your e-notes, and be ready to be blown. Can we just give it a round of applause for Mr. Shadrach Omori as he comes to bless us.
Thank you very much. I had too much. Okay, praise the Lord. I have 15 minutes, so just do this in 15 minutes. So thank you very much. So content creation in business. How to start a content creation business in 2025 without capital. First thing, we have to look at the word content creation. What is content creation? Content creation is the act of producing information or media content to audiences. Producing information or media content. Media content could be in picture or video format to audience, could be in audio too, radio. So the English dictionary defines content creation as the act of producing, sharing information or media content for specific audience, particularly in digital context. So, what about content creation? It varies. It can be in video format, which is your movies, your comedy skits, and also your pictures, photography, painting, and all that. It's content. We can also talk about this in radio. Radio, you listen to radio, you listen to jingle, these are content too. So now, we define content creation. Now let's go to business. What is business? Business is the organization that produces or gives goods and services, that produces and sells goods or provides service. Produces that a organization that produces or sell or gives services. So anything can be a business. Content creation business is one of the biggest business in Africa right now. It's one of the biggest. Like if you look at the content space, many content creators are earning in dollars. Yes, they're earning in dollars. As a producer, a content creator. Yes. So please, I will need help here. I will need, because I think the audience is cool. I would like the audience to talk to me back right now. So please, my audience, my facilitators, thank you. I don't have slide on. So please, what comes to your mind when it comes to business? Just in 2%. Business. Anybody? Business. Okay, Mr. Dan. Business. Yeah.
What's your question?
Business.
Yes.
Yeah. We define content creation as the art of producing information or media content to a particular audience. Now let's talk about business now. Anybody? Okay, Mr. Dan.
Is it pertaining content creation?
Yes, business in content creating. Just any layman, let's look at lay ideas.
Yeah, I think what about like showing other people's video and talking about it?
Okay, that's nice. The content creation.
That like
Yes.
because you pick a video from somewhere and you analyze it.
And then get paid for it.
You get paid for it.
Okay, Mr. Facilitator, thank you very much, sir.
Business in content creation can be in form of adverts.
Advance.
Yes. So it can be in form of adverts, it can be in form of entertainment. You know,
Thank you very much. So you see, content creation is one of the oldest, I think it's one of the oldest, if not, you can correct me at the end of the whole talk, but it has been there since time. So now we're going to look at importance of content. I'm going to set this topic into two. Now we're going to look at importance of content creation in business. Importance of content creation in business. Even if you sell tomatoes, you need to create content. I was watching YouTube the other day and I saw a lady advertising, going on TikTok live. She posted it on YouTube, advertising her mother's tomato business. That's content creation. Yes. As a cinematographer, you need content. You need to show yourself out. Content creation. So businesses need content creation. As our facilitator, business marketing, business marketer, social media marketer, you also need to create content for your business so that people can know you. As we look at, we are going to pick some few because we have 15 minutes. Importance of content creation in business. Building brand awareness. It builds brand awareness. It brings the public eye to your business. It brings the public eye to your business. And it boosts credibility and trust. For example now, Mr. Dan, you're a cinematographer and you open your own film company and now you bring somebody like Brain Jota or one of these people to come and talk about your business and do videos. It will build credibility for your business. And it will bring more audience to your business. So one of the most important things to notice is that it brings credibility to your business. Like me, I'm a producer, I'm an actor. Yes, and I create content for brands sometimes. So I know the challenges that comes, and most times when you create content for these brands, they now get testimony like, bro, thank you for posting that video. Oh my god, so orders, so many people view I checked my impressions and it was. That's the power of content creation. So it builds credibility and trust and it brings the public eye to your business. And it helps you identify your target audience. Yes, because there are some products that are not meant for everybody. Yes, there are some products that are 18 plus, there are some products like energy drinks, alcohol, and the rest. You can't, So it helps reach your target audience and it optimizes your business for search engines. It optimizes your business for search engines. Like, I'll be playing now. Okay, now let's go to Instagram now. You know when you open Instagram, you go to search button, explore, you see different videos, different reels. Once your business starts posting content, creating content and everything, your business page will now start getting more traffic, and it should be more in feeds of search, maybe YouTube and everything. So things needed. Now let's go to business now. Things needed to be a content creator. Things needed to be a content creator. And mind you, content creator, you can be a skit maker, a producer, a podcast, you can be OAP, so it varies. So things needed. But right now, I'm just going to talk about the soft ones, the ones we can all relate to, which is the skit making and your film producing, short films and the rest. So a good smartphone camera, a good smartphone that has a good camera. To be a content creator in 2025, you don't need to go to the studio. You don't need to hire TG or Mori to come and shoot video for you. When you have a good phone, with a good phone, you can create the content, and with the right posting and algorithm, you can reach your target audience and you'll be viral. There was this guy that went viral last year. What's his name? They call him, I'm sorry to say this, man of God, they call him Gigi. You know Gigi? Do you know I went viral? To somebody that saw that post. The guy was very consistent. To somebody that saw that post, he posted. Tunde Eno now saw the post and posted it. The guy did not go to the studio. He didn't hire one big cameraman to come and post and do video. No. Just a smartphone. So as a content creator in 2025, you need a good smartphone. I would suggest an iPhone or a good Samsung phone. A good mic. You need a good mic. Because brands will want you to work with them, okay, come and work for my brand, I need you and stuff. So you need to come with your own equipment, you need a good mic. So then you need a ring light or any good lighting. Thank you to my brother Thomas. There was one light he gave me that since last year I've been using up to now, and that light has given me money. I've used that light to record monologue content, and that content has given me jobs. So thank you, Pastor. Thank you very much. So things needed for content creation in 2025, a good smartphone, a good mic, a ring light or any good light, social media channels to push your content. Social media channels. Social media channels. TikTok, YouTube. You can't be shy and be a content creator. You can't be shy. You need to be on social media. You need to be on YouTube. Create your niche. You need to have a niche. Maybe, I want to go into fashion. I want to go into film. I want to go into comedy skits. Just create your niche. So I'll go around the list again, then we'll go to the next one. I said we need a good smartphone. We need a good mic. We need a ring light or good lighting system. Then the social media channels to push your content. And you have to choose your niche. Choose your niche. You can't be everywhere. Opeyemi Famakin is a food critic. That's his niche. He's a content creator. He sticks to it as a food critic. You can't say tomorrow jump into doing comedy skit. Yeah, you can do that once and go back to his food critic. Brain Jota, right now, I think all these skit makers are going into film production. So I think skit making and film production, they are together. So one, a good smartphone, get a good mic. Mic is 14,000 naira. You can get a good mic for 14,000 naira. Get a good mic, get a ring light, a good lighting system, then social media channels to push your stuff and get your niche. Once you get your niche, then follow the algorithm. Use the right hashtags, collaborate with your friends. Collaboration is key. Collaboration is key when it comes to social media and promoting and stuff. So content creation is way more easy than in previous years because of technological advancement. You don't have to spend so much to create the content. You don't have to spend so much to create the content. You can create content anywhere for your business, and that can make it easy for other content companies to hire you to be their content creator. So in Nigeria now, content creators, and let's say the minimum, I think 60K for a beginner. For a beginner, 60K, in time that you can talk about 100, 200. Then for an advanced pro, that means you have lots of followers. They were talking about maybe 1 million, 2 million. Like I heard Cristiano Ronaldo, for him to post your content or do content for you, it cost about $1 million. Brain Jota, that one is like $10K. So you see, content creation is a very big space. Anybody can come in. There's no competition. See, the competition is there, but it's not. The sky is big enough for everybody to fly. Yes. So as a content creator, it's good to just choose where you want to stay. You can't be everywhere. If you want to go into sports, stick to sports. Follow the right people on Instagram. Get ideas. Do research. Like me, I'm a filmmaker. So I have to stick to it. I have to play around that field, shoot and stuff. So that's it. So thank you very much. So, any question? Okay.
My question is, what? You say a good smartphone, okay? So I have a good smartphone. So, what tools can I use to like start?
Thank you. The tools, you need a good smartphone, and in that smartphone you can get CapCut. CapCut is free, except you want to use the Pro version. Pro version of that, I think it's $10 or so. $10 or so. $99 for a year. I think CapCut is still the best for content creation because of the quality. CapCut is still the best. So get a good smartphone, get a good mic. See, Mr. Thomas is aware, in my flat, I have a space. I set up my tripod, my camera there, my light is there. That's my content space. So as an aspiring content creator, you need to have your own shrine. I call it your own content shrine. It's going to be like your own studio. So where you put your mic, you put your cameras, and for the editing tool you need CapCut. CapCut is still the best. I don't know about other apps, but I've used CapCut and it has never disappointed me in terms of quality. So you need CapCut and you need data to get data. You need to be online 24/7. Follow trends on social media. Relate with trends. Like something is trending. Do something how should I put it now? Do something that relates to that trend. That way you get visibility. So have I answered the question? One more person, and I drop the mic. Okay, thank you very much. God bless you.
Give it up for Mr. Shepherd. Truth be told, Mr. Shepherd is somebody I'm very aware of his story in the Nollywood industry, and it's so good to see that all the way from full skits. I'm very happy that most times now when I look at African Magic, I see his face. Because I know how the story started, and it is going to be from glory to glory for you in Jesus' name. I'm praying that very soon I'll be seeing Marvel. That's the goal. Understand? See Marvel and the rest. So, just as I said, content creation doesn't require much. Have a smartphone, and what do? Your phone camera works, right? Just have a smartphone. In fact, the truth is, even if you don't have money for mic now, just get a quiet space in your house. You don't need a good background. Get a curtain, stand in front. Then look for a niche. I would have talked of where you can get trends. One of them is Google Trends. You can just go on Google Trends. But there are internet marketing people that will talk about that because of time. So then you see things that trending, you speak in line of that trend. And your content will be on the major. I'm a director, so I don't when I was in the industry, I was mostly into directing and editing. So editing, there are a lot of apps. If you go on Google, free editing apps, there are things like CapCut. Most of us know in-shops of those years. Then there's what they call Filmora. There's Filmora. There's one now already. It's integrated with AI. It's called in-shop something. It's integrated with AI. The good thing about CapCut and those stuff now is, even if you are confused about how to edit your video, just put all your clips. It will auto-cut it, edit it, put sound for you. I'm telling you, it will do everything for you, put subtitles for you. It's so funny. You can now even generate images. So even if you are a shy kind of person, just as I said, you can do faceless content creation. Go on your, most of us have what they call Meta AI. I know someone that goes on Meta AI, generate an image of a baby crying, a baby smiling. That's what she uses to. And then she just puts her voice there, or she goes to 77 Lab or 11 Lab. There's what they call 11 Lab. Just write out what the voice you want. You put it there. They are surprised I know this thing as a pastor. That is the work I'm doing too. I did do this also. I'm not going to wait for offering. Aha. So he has done justice to it. And just as I told you, if you have further questions or you have things after this seminar, we are going to be having a closed WhatsApp group where we'll give out certificate of participation and so ensure that people, you understand, because we want to ensure that all of us are participating in one skill or the other, and we must follow each other, we support each other, see how your growth is, and see how we can support you. If you're into content creation, I can just decide and say, I like that you're pushing. I can just say, come to my office in Computer Page, come and take a mic, and I give you a free mic to support, or maybe a ring light. If I see that, okay, you're pushing, but maybe your video quality is a little dark, ring light is not that expensive for us to invest into a serious life. You understand? So that we can see you up there. Without much ado, I would like to introduce the next speaker who is going to be speaking to us for the next 15 minutes. Mr. Kelechi Omenukwa is. I have seen him create lots and lots of marvelous things. He's a website creator and designer, and I've seen some of his jobs, and they are very, very lovely. Very, very lovely. He doesn't even look like a website designer, so that means I don't have to look like what they are doing. But if you see his jobs, they are top notch. He's the CEO of Many Things International, and he's going to be speaking to us on how you can start website design businesses. Many businesses now, they want to go global. And for you to go global, there has to be somewhere I have to meet you. It's called your international shop, which is your website. Someone in Canada can order goods from you, order services from you, from your website. You understand? So he's going to be talking that in the next 15 minutes. Can we give a round of applause for Mr. Kelechi Omenukwa? Kenneth!
Bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. At this point, we already know the importance of websites. I can just stop because it's done justice to it already. I want to thank Pastor Thomas and the Oasis of Light for this opportunity. You have to bear with me, I don't usually teach. But teaching is important. So, my name is Omenukwa Kelechi Fortune. I am a web designer. I want you to come with me on a journey. And before I go further, I want you to know something important. A person that knows and a person that does. The person that does is bigger than the person that knows. I don't know if you understand. You know this thing, you know how to do it, but you are not doing it. And there's somebody somewhere that is doing it without as much exposure or knowledge as you. That person that is doing it is better than you, that has the equipment, that the tools, and actually know how to do it, and you are not doing it. This is my story. In 2020, pandemic year, 2020, after the lockdown, there was an advert. I didn't see the advert. I saw the advert, but I wasn't interested in the advert. The advert was how to create websites without knowing how to code. That was what the person advertised. Obviously, he was looking for students to teach, and he told me about it. I said, all these people will scam. You know the way we go here, we are now obviously adverts in Nigeria. So I checked out the advert. After somebody paid for me to learn this stuff I'm going to teach you today. Somebody paid for me to learn it because I was not showing any interest. He paid for me to learn it so that I can come and help his company practice what I learned. So he paid for me, I went there, I learned whatever I learned. I came back, I did what I did for him. You know, the first time I got paid for a website, the CEO of the company actually approached me and said he was looking for a website designer. Do you know what I did? I introduced him to the person that taught me. I knew it, but I did not do it. I introduced him to the person that taught me. I said, I know one man. If this man do your website one time. So I introduced him to the man charged him, obviously. He charged him a very high price. Then the guy called me and I was like, the man said that you're a student. I said, yes, I learned it. So this was 2022, 2 years, nothing. I have the knowledge, but nothing. The man said, you're a student. I said, yes. And the man, you know how much the man said he was going to do websites for me? I said, how much? The man said going to do a non-e-commerce website for me for 300,000. My jaw dropped to the ground for 300,000. You that are my friend. I said, no, if you happen. Say what? Give me 75,000. This is 75,000. I will finish the work for you. Do you understand? Me, I did not have confidence in my ability. I knew it, but it was just there. It was dormant. In the end, no knowledge is wasted. Hallelujah. So, first of all, we'd like to ask, what is a website? What is a website? Who knows what a website is? Apart from this English that's here, who knows what a website is?
Just one track.
Okay.
The websites can be a form of platform in which certain information can be gotten from to either to market or to promote a certain product or service.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So the first thing I learned was you have to know what you are selling. Because somebody told me in life, you have to be selling something. You are selling yourself or you are selling a product. You have to know what you are selling. How do you convince somebody to give you his money to do something that you are not sure of? Which is why I answered this question here. What's a website? A website is a collection of digital information accessible through the internet. How is this useful to somebody that is starting a business? That's the question you need to answer. How is this collection of whatever useful to somebody that is starting a business? That's when it comes in. You have to break the English down. It is like an office that you have on the internet that is open 24/7. You yourself need to know what you are selling. You need to know what you are doing. The next slide, sir. What are the importance? What is the benefits? What is the benefit? Why would somebody give you their money to do this thing? Why would somebody give you their money to do this thing? Because if you can't tell me how important it is to have a website, and me, I don't even know what the website is, I am not going to give my money to do it. I'm not going to spend extra money where I don't think it is necessary. So I've highlighted 8 benefits of having a website. Always accessible. Even when your shop is closed, even when your business is closed. Anybody can go on the internet and see what you do. He can contact you, can leave messages for you. And if you have like a big website, an e-commerce website, you can sell your products without being online. You can have FAQ on your website. FAQ is frequently asked questions on your website. People can see answers to questions even when you are not available, even when you, members of your team are not available. Hallelujah. Then audience insights, you understand the behavior of the audience. People that sells, like a musician now, your goal might be to get people to download your music from your website. And you have a lot of visitors to your website. You'll be able to check how many of your visitors are actually coming back, how many of them are actually downloading your music, or how many of them are actually clicking on the link you put on your website. You'll be able to track all this. Search engine optimization, SEO for new customers. Cost efficient, because once you put it up there, it's there. There's something people always say that the internet never forgets. The internet never forgets. Once your name is up there, your name is up there. So there are a lot of importance to having a website. You yourself, as a website designer, a budding website designer, you have to know that these are questions you must know how to answer before you approach anybody. You should have the answer because they are going to ask you. Anybody, even somebody that knows that this is what you do, will ask you, what is the importance? There was a man last year. I tried getting the man to, he's into farming. I tried getting the man to get his farm online. He refused. He refused, not that he refused outrightly, but he was not forthcoming. Not until he ventured into international trade, exportation. And he was like, I want to do these exports. How do I, and then this is my explanation well hand. Because you have to have the knowledge, you have to be very, very, very knowledgeable. And you have to be ready to speak because if you are not selling products, you have to be able to sell your abilities. So I told him, this is what you need, this is what you need. How much are you going to charge me for? Somebody I've known for a while. 200,000. And he did it. And he did it. So these are the importance. You have to know the importance of what you are doing. Next slide. Now, is it possible to start with no money? I want to throw this question to the audience. Is it possible to start with no money? Of course. Is it possible? No. My brother, is it possible? You think it's possible? You are correct. Everybody is correct. Everybody is correct. It is possible to start, and it is possible not to start. Like I said, you have to be able to sell yourself. What you need when starting a website, apart from your physical gadgets, you can do this, what I'm going to show you today, you can do it on your phone. You can do a website on your phone.
On my phone?
Yes, a standard website on your phone.
Wow.
You can do a standard website on your phone. And depending on the volume of information you are putting on your website, you can do a website for yourself for 5 minutes, 1 hour.
Free, totally free.
We are getting there. So now, what you need to do is you need what is called a control panel. You need a control panel. You need, first of all, a domain name hosting, a domain name registration and hosting. It's from the hosting you get control panel. And those things are not free. So now how do you start a business with no money? And I'm telling you that the things that you need are not free. Simple. Your clients pay for it. Your clients pay for it. They pay you upfront. That is it. I don't know any web designer that designs websites without receiving money upfront. I don't know anyone. I have never designed a website for anybody. Even when I did not know. Even when I did not know anything, I did not know much. I have never designed a website for somebody without receiving upfront payment. Do you understand? So I'll ask again, can you start without money? Am I able to convince you? Am I able to convince you? Okay, let's move to the next slide. Let's move to the next slide. Now, tools for website creation. Now, I didn't mention your phones or your laptop or internet because those are important. Remember, I told you that you do not need to know how to code. So these are some tools you can use. Let me explain how it works. You have tools like Wix, WordPress, Weebly. When you try to create a website, the most common one is WordPress. The most common one is WordPress. It's user-friendly, and if you are new, it is easier for you to understand. It is easier for you to understand. And if you design a website on WordPress, I'm going somewhere now. If you design a website on WordPress, it is easy for you to get already designed website templates. I don't know if you understand me. You are a news agency. You are a blogger. You want a website for your blog. You need a new blog. It is easy for you to go online. They are already made templates. So you don't have to create the design from scratch anymore. They are already made templates. You just manipulate templates, edit it, put in your colors and whatnot, and you're done. Now, there are free hosting options like GitHub and Infinity Free. Anybody that has internet should open infinityfree.com. infinityfree.com.
App Store.
No, website on your Chrome. Infinityfree.com. Anybody? Infinityfree.com. Anybody? Infinity Free. Put Infinity Free on your Google. You see, Infinity Free. Put it on Google. That is not the particular one I was looking for. Put it on Google. Just put Infinity Free.
Yes.
Yes, you see free. That is it. Please show them. Please show everybody. That is the one. You see now, Infinity Free offers you. It offers you free hosting, but there's a catch. The free hosting is not something you can use. It's not something you can use for a client. You can't use it forever. You're not in control of it because it's going to give you a subdomain. For example, my name is Fortune. It's going to give you fortune.infinityfree. Whatever it gives you.
Yeah.
Now, why it is important? Why things like GitHub pages and Infinity Free are important is you can practice on them. A client might tell you, can you show me a template? What it's going to look like? You can quickly log onto your Infinity Free account. It gives you 3 control panels. Like I told you, control panel is important. It gives you 3 control panels. You install your WordPress on it. You install the theme. Please go to the next slide. You install the theme. Once you install the theme, you do whatever you want to do. Put the person's name and show the person. That template is what the person will now see. The person can correct from templates. Then when you are done, you can now download it and transfer it to the main hosting. That's after the person must have paid you. Now you see, like I was telling you, you choose a template because choosing a template frees time. There's no time out of, and I have like, because I told you I don't like to teach, I created an ebook that I was selling for anybody that actually wanted to learn. That's what I was doing. You create a template. Once you see a template, you install it to your website. Then you just drag whatever you want to drag. There are plugins, there are things that are called plugins. You drag it, you put it in. Then before you know it, because of how easy life has become. You know, the funny thing is, there are some, it's called theme. There are some themes that you use, and AI will generate your website for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You put in your name, you put in your niche. AI will generate the website for you. It will come already made. So it is easy. I want to beg you, no matter what you choose to do today, don't just hear it. I've heard about content creation. If you have a business and you own a website, and you want your website to do well online, you have to create content towards that business. You have to market your, whatever you do, whatever you learn today, try to do something. Try to do something. The next slide, sir. Like I was saying, create valuable content. And you can use free tools like that. The world is better now. The world is easier now. You can go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, give me a homepage prompt, a homepage website prompt. I want to design a website for my company. We sell hair. Give me a homepage prompt. And ChatGPT will give you things you can write, things you can put on your homepage. It will tell you how you can structure your homepage, even if you don't know. So, another thing I want everybody to do is seek knowledge. You can never know enough. You can, as I am today, this year just started. I've already bought 3 courses. I'm making money from it already, but I bought 3 courses. I was telling my brother earlier that I still want to buy something else. There's still one course that I want to put my hand into. Seek knowledge. No man is an island. Where your knowledge stops is where another person's knowledge will continue. And like I said, the person that knows and is not doing anything with it, and that person that doesn't really know and is practicing it, the person that doesn't really know and is practicing is by far better than that person that doesn't know. He's better. What's the difference between the person that doesn't know and the person that knows that he's doing it? He's into it already. Tomorrow, if they call the 2 of you, if you start today, somebody that started before yesterday is a senior colleague. Next slide. Can you use social media platform, join online communities, share your link, That's when you've opened your website. But the important thing to know is that you can start it without money. You don't need to have money. You don't need to know how to code. You can do it. People are doing it. You don't even need to have time. You can do it in the night. You want to go to sleep, you dedicate 1 hour, 9 to 10. You are done. Your website is up and running. Next slide. So I don't know, is there any question you have? Anybody that has any question? I'm sorry for the rushing, there's no time. Okay, question. Let me start with this.
Thank you, Mr. Fortune.
Thank you, sir.
I have a question.
Okay.
I'm willing to ask this question. Thank you for this opportunity. Those purple hearts that shows up inside, does the owner of the site get revenue from these companies?
Thank you very much. That's a very good question. Let me take another question. I'll come to that.
Okay. My question is. So my question is, if you are using your website, using your mobile phone, for example, will you be able to like view the properties, like if you want to, will you be able to view the website mode of the website while you are building it as well, and other modes?
Okay, that's a very good question.
My own question is, how much does it cost me to live?
Okay, that's the question I was expecting. Any other question?
My own question is, can you clarify very clearly what is a domain and what is hosting so that people can understand? Although I know.
Okay, so you say if you can generate money from pop-up ads,
Yes, I understand.
if you pay for your domain, your hosting, nothing can be on that website without your approval. Whatever shows up on that website, you put it there, or you instructed somebody to put it there. So if you decide to make money from pop-up ads, that's left for you. But no pop-up ad is showing up on your website.
As if it's a paid domain.
If it is a paid domain. Now the next question is, if you're able to view it, that's a very good question. Modern browsers now have website mode. They have desktop mode. You can design a page on your website. Let's say you go to your home page. I'm sorry, I'm telling you things that I need to talk about earlier. You go to your home page, your home page is the welcome page you see on your website. If you finish designing your home page, you can click on preview. There's preview when you are creating a website. You can always preview it. We need a bigger class for this topic, but you can always preview it. And when you click on preview, you can click on desktop site. It is going to show you the same way it's going to show to somebody that is using the laptop. Do you understand? The same way it's going to show to somebody that is using their laptop. Now, let me treat his own question. I hope I've answered the question, sir. He said, I should clarify the difference between domain name and hosting. Now, domain name is the URL, xyzcompany.com. Do you understand? No, companies can have similar names. I can be Fortune International Limited. You can be Fortune Investments and Portfolio Limited. But now, between the two of us, we are going to want to get a Fortune. Do you understand? Or Fortune Limited. If Fortune Limited is available, it's whoever pays for it first that is going to own it. But a hosting, this refers to where your website sits on the internet. This is the housing of your website. Your hosting company are the people that has the servers that are carrying it. Just plain and simple, it is the house, the home that is holding your website on the internet. That is the space that it occupies on the internet. I hope you understand. Yeah. Now, your question is, how much does it cost? I can tell you proudly that depending on your hosting company, it can cost anywhere from $20,000 to $100, depending on the company you're using, depending on the size of your hosting. Do we understand? If you have a question, quickly because there's no time.
I hear business owners invested so much on their website. Please go and follow, go and look on our website to buy, purchase, and all that. So my question now is this. Somebody that is starting off in business, will you advise the person to open a website? Or will you just tell the person, create your content, when you see your business are generating much income, you can now get your website?
Well, personally, I believe your presence online matters a lot. And the people you want to sell to. There are people that you can post whatever you want to post on Facebook and social media, they are not buying from you. They will not buy from you. You know, your website gives you credibility. It shows you as an organization. Let me give you an example. We opened many things, registered many things, and we created a website. There's somebody that asked. He didn't even ask. He went online and searched many things. They left a message on the website. Do you understand? He went online and searched for many things and left a message on the website. There were social media platforms. Do you understand? So it gives you more credibility. So our advice, even if you are just starting up, it is an important part in this modern world. Thank you very much. Okay.
Like, how many years or months can it take someone to get the website design?
Okay.
Ready?
I think I answered that.
Learning for
Yeah, learning.
For you to learn how to, depends on your dedication. I'll tell you something that's very funny. The class I told you about at the beginning of the program, at the beginning of my session, was 3 days. I went for 2. Do you understand? 3 days, but I went for 2. Now it's left for you. How far you go depends on you. Praise the Lord. Remember, don't just know, do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, if you have any questions, you have to ask that in the group. I'm sure most of us dropped our WhatsApp number. So after this, we'll do, because we are far behind schedule. Without wasting our time, can you please put up the slide of the next person, Mr. Shehu Ibade, Mr. Peter Ibade. I need this picture so that I can see the fine boy I'm calling him. Mr. Peter Ibade is a long-time childhood friend. He's a first somebody I've known for years. I think February the 18th year I know him. So most of the people I'm calling here are people that I know how God is doing good things in their life, how they started. And Mr. Shehu Ibade is an importer-exporter, very vast in exportation business, in Chinese exportation business. And about, I think, by my calculation, if I'm very correct, about 10% to 20% of people in Computer Village, he does exportation for them. So most of the phones you see, most of the phone parts you see, this is the man that is responsible for about 10 to 20% of them. And he's about here to come and tell us how to start exportation business with zero capital, what side to do, what and what to do. By the way, he's very vast in Chinese. Ni hao ma. So please give a round of applause for Mr. Shehu Peter Ibade, who will speak to us on exportation in the next 15 minutes. God bless you.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here. Like he said, my name is Peter Ibade. I'll be opportunity to talk on importation and how to import and export goods without capital. So firstly, I would like to, please can you open the slide? I'll try to as much as possible to make it brief and short. I tried with the definition of business. You can go up a bit. So, which I stated, this is the practice of making one's living or making money or producing by producing and making sales and products. So basically, the essence of business is to profit, and before you can make profit in business, you have to satisfy your customer. So, and keep customer satisfaction, that means the business will keep going and you keep on with your profits. Sorry, the slide? Okay. So, I then, please can you go up a bit? I then go up in certain classification of business before we go into the main course of importation. So which is agriculture. These are the business of agricultural products, which we all know about. Are we? Then mining, we know about that one as well. And service business such as a financial service bank, and also transport, and also utility business, water bills, electrical bills, and entertainment, in which we sell out your talent to people to entertain people, that either on the internet or through via filmmaking. The industrial production and business. Then can you come up a bit? Hope I'm not too fast, please.
No, sir.
Okay. So then when it comes to then industrial manufacturers and products, raw materials, which are the industries we have around us, that's where then also real estate business, which we have. Then this manufacture and production, this is when the importation of goods comes in. So what is can you come up a bit? If I'm too fast, please let me know. I'm trying to manage the time. I'm trying to be brief as possible. Calm down. Calm down. Oh, sorry, go back up. Okay, go back up. Okay. So I tried as much as possible to define importation. What is importation? When we're talking about importation, in a basic, simple way. So importation is buying and goods or service from another country to sell within your own country. Do we understand? The export is selling goods, products in your own country to another country. So this is where it comes in. Importation. I've been into importation for quite a number of time. So I import phone accessories, phone parts, phone accessories. So how do we now start to come across importing such items to people without capital? You're wondering, is it possible? Is it possible?
Yeah.
Is it possible? You say what's that? No, it's actually possible. Then act out. We call something drop shipping. Drop shipping, I think we've heard about. If you've heard about it, drop shipping is the art in which you are a person. You market on behalf of other products of company. Then you sell to them. You have your profits. You understand? You make it a minimal way to people in the sense that you won't put. Some people put their family problem in drop shipping. Do you understand? So by the time you do that, when you have excess profit in your business, you won't make sales. Not talk of earning people to get to buy from you. So when it comes to business, you have to learn to build trust with customers and communicate. You have to learn to build trust with customers and communicate. If you want to go into business, you have to be kind of a bold person. If you're not bold, customers sees you as someone as a scam. Like some of my brothers said here, you have to have the knowledge, also have the knowledge of what you're selling. For example, you want to go into camera. If you want to sell, you're into production. I want to sell camera to you, and I told you I sell camera. You start asking me questions that, how about social camera? And I'm looking like, and I want to go into drop shipping. So no matter, even though you don't have the goods, learn about the items you want to import. Go online, ask questions about them, then even about the repairs as well. It gives you an edge and makes customer also makes you feel wow, this guy knows what he's saying. And your appearance also matters to customers. If you want to import, or you want to market goods to customers, the way you address the person will like, maybe this person wants to use my money to level up. So which matters. So in which if you don't have knowledge about your customer, your products, and also you're not well dressed, this I would stand as a disadvantage to you. Like I said, I'll try to be as brief as possible. So if you want to ask questions, if I'm too forward, please let me know. So in which it will help build way for you. Then you learn also. Before you can import on any goods, you have to, or any items, try to learn either through the masters or someone that is that's been into it, or through internet. The internet has made things easier for us. You don't have to, even some job you can actually learn online. That's made it easy for us. So when you learn, you be able to have a basic knowledge about it and go into it. Please go up a bit. So I actually put these are some sites in which Chinese sites in which you can actually get goods from: AliExpress, Alibaba, the H-Gates, 1688. So these are actually the sites listed here in which you can shop from. This site will link you directly as a dropshipping person. Like I said, remember I told you, if you want to import goods, you have to do dropshipping. So you stand as the dropshipping. I'll try to explain again. You are just a person. You are in between the marketer and your customer is in between. You are just that intermediary, don't pass it to them. So when you go to this site, you see goods. You can come down a bit. You see goods in which you can import in various items. For example, the Alibaba Express, you can see electronics, appliances, fashion items in different varieties. Go down, come down. No, oh, sorry. Yeah. In the Alibaba, go up. In the Alibaba, you see different items in which you get the picture from there, the items in which you want to supply or import to a customer. You see the items there, so you see the price of the items there. So now, as a dropshipping agent, how do you put in your price? You calculate your cost of transport, your cost of the stress. You know, like I said, remember, don't put your family problem on business if you want to grow. So that at times you can even have little profits. And there are some customers that this is what they do something in China. They call it. Let me try to put it in a simple way. They say the higher the quantity, the lesser the price. Am I right with my English? So that is the more you're buying, the lesser they will reduce the price. For instance, if you're buying, for example, iPhone X screen, you're buying like 5 pieces. The person that is buying like let's say 20 pieces, they give a lesser price to encourage you from buying. So you that are buying 10 pieces, they'll give you a lesser price than from someone that is buying 2 pieces or 5 pieces. You understand? So in which you encourage you and you even make more profit. So in which is also advised also as a person that wants to import, you can also do it for your customer, in which you give them a discount, in which it's even better for you. The more sales you are making, the more quantity of items they are buying for you, you are making more profit from it as well. So those sites, maybe after the class, we can go through it and go through the sites. Give you further questions later. In this, there also in this 1688, some other of the sites, there are ways to identify, because this platform is a Chinese platform. Those Alibaba 168, there are scams on it actually as well. So there are also means of identifying genuine suppliers. So in which, for example, the 1688, you can chat with your supplier directly. And also we have an app called WeChat, in which you use to communicate with Chinese people. It's WeChat. I have it on my phone. It's called WeChat. This WeChat is the Chinese app. It's a programmed software in which, when a Chinese man types to you in Chinese, you can automatically translate it to English. The essence I'm referring WeChat to is the sense that most of these translator app, at times they don't do justice to the translation communication aspect. In the sense that you can say another thing, they might not translate it suitable in the local Chinese dialect. So in most business people in Chinese, they use WeChat. Even for mode of payments, you can use WeChat to pay in mode of payments when you're doing transaction with them. When you open it, but the problem about the WeChat is they secure the app, in the sense that if you have someone that has the app, you can't register it. So in order to prevent scams and other things from people that are coming in to the app, so that's which also help. So how do you now, when you communicate with these your suppliers, like I said earlier, you have knowledge. You ask questions from your suppliers to know if this person is genuine or something about it. So you ask questions, then you ask your suppliers, how do you now come in with your customers? You can do dropshipping in the sense that, for example, you convince your customers to talk to them, I can supply you this amount of these goods. If you can pay probably 50% or 60% of your goods. So when the goods arrive, you show them evidence of your transactions, your pictures, the way you present yourself and communicate with them. you also help. Like I said, also like emphasizing on you have a good knowledge on what you're importing. And it might be anything, it might even be ordinary book. You have to have a basic knowledge because that will show that you know what you're doing. So when you meet your suppliers, then also after buying from this supplier, we have please can you go up it? I'm just trying to, if I'm too fast, please no, sorry, calm down. I'm too fast, just caution me. Okay, yeah, it's okay. No, come back up. Okay, it's okay. So also when it comes to importation, there are suppliers, there are logistic companies. Suppliers are the people that produce the goods. There are also these logistic companies, I listed these companies, I've used at least 90% of these companies listed here, and I'm still using them to import my goods from China. So these companies are companies that their major work is logistic. You give your supplier the address of those logistic companies, they will supply, your supplier will hand it over to them. So when you want to send the goods, they put in your name and your phone number on the goods. I'm supposed to do a picture, but maybe later on. Just your name, that's where I do my goods. Then also if you are supplying to a customer directly, or you can put your customer name, but just for trust, your name and your customer name, but you put in your number. The reason why you're putting in your number, not customer number, probably in the sense of maybe control and proper monitoring of your goods. So most of these goods have websites. This Choice Cargo have website. Most of these Skyjets, this Choice Cargo, they have warehouse at Alaba International Market, because I supply customer to Alaba International Market, Computer Village, even outside Nigeria. I have customers across Ghana, Benin Republic. So I use most of those logistic companies. Some of them, they have limited countries in which they supply or they transport goods to. So in the sense that when you have your number on it, probably within Nigeria, you can actually control easily, and then also you can do it in this Choice Cargo and some of those other cargo. When you supply customer, you can put the goods on hold. In the sense of control, probably a customer has made 50% deposit of his goods and he hasn't paid balance. If you put the goods on hold, it will prevent customer going behind you when the goods arrive. So you can't just pick up the goods directly. So when even customers try to pick up the goods, they will tell the customer that go and meet your supplier, the goods is on hold. So they know that for you to put on a promise, a pending transaction that has not been completed within you and your suppliers. So which will help. So this Choice Cargo, they do 2 weeks review. They can do by sea. We have in form of importation, shipment, logistics shipment. We have by sea, we have by air. The sea comes at times 3 months, 2 months. It varies by the sea. So when it comes to air, at maximum some 2 weeks, some a week, depending on the thing is about importing through air. The shorter the day, the higher the cost of payments. Do you understand? So the shorter the day, higher the cost of payment. But the longer the day, the shorter the cost of payment as well. So can you go down? I think I have something. Okay. No, this is not the slide I set. The second slide. So I'm trying to explain that in this last slide. I just have an explanation of how to calculate. Yes, thank you. Come down. You didn't come in. Okay. Let me just try as much as possible to explain. I hope we can get it. So in the second slide, the last slide, the calculation of logistic companies. For example, I don't know if you're going to understand. I'll try as much as to put it also. When you send goods of, let's say, 6 kg of goods. So when you send 60 kg, it should be down, check down. If it's on this slide. Okay, it's not here. 66 kg worth of goods. So, and you have 2 cartons in your 66 kg. Your 66 kg might be 3 cartons, depending on the size, depending on the content of the goods being sent. Then they can tell you the total, for instance, if they tell you, I work with our calculators, you can work together. The total cost of your goods that was sent is $500, 447. Are we together? 547.8 cents in dollar. That will be dollar. 547.8. So in order to get, yes, thank you. In order to get how much being charged per kg for this goods, for this total cost of goods that was sent, you divide it by the total cost of total kilogram of the goods. Divide it 60 what? Yes, divide by 66, which is the total kg of the goods. What do we have? 8.3. So that is the goods was charged 8.3 per kg. So if you multiply 8.3 per kg times 66, you still get the same figure we got. Then also there was something we call the custom duty charge. On each goods, there's a duty charge depending on the company. Some might charge 900, some 1,000, depending. It varies actually on the agreements and how they pay custom duty charge. So you also multiply that. For example, it's 1,000, it will be multiplied by total kg of the goods. So if the kg is 66, now let's say 1,000, that's how much? 66 times 1,060, that's 66,000. Am I right? So that's 66,000. You now add it to the total kg. How do you now get this money? 547.8 cents in dollar in converted to naira. Then you need when it comes to be accurate with information of exchange rates. So you can get your dollar, or maybe most of the company might collect payment in dollar, some in naira. So when you have payment in naira, you ask them for the exchange rate. So if you have the exchange rate, if they tell you the exchange rate is 16 or 17, let's say multiply 16 times the total dollar, that's 547.8 times 16, 800, and so you want then plus the total custom duty charge.
That is plus 6,000.
Yes. So that's the total cost of the clearance of the goods. I mean, it's not. I didn't complete yet. Yeah, that's the come down. Go up. Yeah, it's okay. Yes. So then, how do you now make your profit? Or maybe you want to report it for yourself as a customer. How much will you get there? 42,000. You divide that 900 and 2,000. Divide the total pieces of items on the goods that was sent. You know, each goods have these items. So divide it, that will now be the total division divided by, you multiply it. That's if you multiply it times the pieces of goods, that will be the amount you reach. For example, total pieces of goods.
1,000 pieces of goods.
Yes, divided by let's say 1,000 pieces of goods, divided by the total amount. How much you will have there?
That is
942. So that's for the, but in order to recover the cost of logistic money you use in clearing of goods, you add 942. Do you understand? Then you with your own profit. Remember, don't have your stress and every other thing. Don't put your family problem against. So in order to get, so in each items, for example, you are selling each item to come from, let's say, China for 1,000 naira. You can make 900 and plus a lot of, so you can make like 2,300 or something. You understand? And eventually, by the time you calculate it, your price will still be even lesser from those who are buying from other people. So let me just stop here for now because of our time. If you have questions, you can ask questions. Thank you very much. Okay.
2 questions.
Okay, 2 questions.
There are 5 financial.
So please, 2 questions only.
There was the first and the second.
Okay, please, Mr. Kalechi.
Okay.
Please, if you have any questions, don't feel bad, don't take your questions. You can ask them. In fact, what I'm thinking is, I think we'll have special time on Zoom or Google Meet where each facilitator will now further break down on what they've taught. So please, Mr. Second.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
I'm mostly interested, so interested. So please, just explain that job. You're a bit too fast.
Okay.
Explain the job shipping, just like 1 minute to improve.
Okay, sorry. The dropshipping is a section of area in the sense that it makes easy. For example, for a person, you have a good supplier, a legit supplier of goods that can supply goods for you. You don't have money, and you want to supply, let's say, chargers. So this is when the dropshipping comes in. You go to the supplier, you talk to them that, how far, let me be your agent. I can bring customers to you. Then, even talking to the supplier, what will be my percentage so if I bring so customer to you to buy goods, certain goods, on each customer, what will be my percentage? So in that aspect, you're making profit in two ways. From the customers that you're supplying to, also from the agents in which you're supplying to. So, like me, in most cases, I make my profit from my agents. Because at times, if you had too much level profit in making from customer and making from agent, and then eventually your price will still be equivalent to what you are. But in the sense that if you are not making, and if you don't have any agreement from your supplier, you can make from your customer and make it easy. So when you now stand in between, like this is your customer, this is you, this is the manufacturer. So you will tell them, produce, I can supply you, show customer, this is what you can supply. You convince your customer to buy from you, certain percent, okay, can you trust us this amount of money, certain percent, and your supplier knows you, like I said, trust, and your knowledge of your goods. I can't come to you about camera. You ask me a question, you're like, this one doesn't know what to say. Do you understand? So also, that's when marketing comes in. Knowledge about it, mingle with your customer, when you have this trust and communication with them, you should be able to, from there, you'll be able to, that's what should be, you'll be able to collect from.
We can do that through those sites.
Those sites I gave, that sites in which there are suppliers, you meet suppliers there. They sell directly at direct company price. That's why I gave those sites. They sell direct company price from China. So you can have your Excel sheets. In the sense that you want to make your profit, you can add maybe 1 naira to each items. When you get from China, they will give you an Excel sheet of the total cost of your goods, the pieces, the quantity in each item. So when you get there, you can edit your own, give it to your customer and make your profit. I hope I'm able to answer your question.
We need WeChat.
Yes, you also need WeChat for communication. But anytime you have WeChat, you can use Google. I can recommend Google Translator. So because it helps me for Google Translator and helping me to communicate. Aside from the Chinese, I also communicate in Ghanaian language and these are French-speaking companies because I have customers that are around there. So and also when you can learn to speak in Chinese a bit, it encourage Chinese supplier to be personal interest in you. It's just like an Hausa man. When you speak an Hausa language, an Hausa man, they're always happy to do business with you. Also Chinese people, when you see they can speak their language. So I've been together with Chinese for over like 15 or 20 years now, working together with them. So your question, yeah?
We're asking the group.
Oh, okay. Someone else.
Sorry, our time is fast spent. We asked everything on the group, and just as I told you, we'll still create an exercise time on Zoom where we'll further breakdown. In fact, some of them will send maybe a breakdown video tutorial that we can give to you. Without much ado, I would like to invite somebody that is very good. He's a friend of mine. He's the CEO of Dan Touch Media. He's someone that's worked with prolific people in the industry. People like JJ Okocha, Fetia Balogo, mention it. This is someone that has even snapped during the time of Goodluck Jonathan. He was one of the official photographers of President Ebele Goodluck Jonathan. And it is a great privilege for me to invite Mr. Daniel Moses.
Thank you very much. Did you happy?
That's right.
Okay, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, because we have few time to spend, so I will just make it brief. So I'm here to teach you how to start a photography business with no capital. Some people think about photography and you think photography is big. Yes, it's big. But how can you start a photography business? First of all, you have to have a knowledge of a photography. Then how to start a business. I've been in the photography business for more than 10 years now. And I've been to so many places, been with so many people. I've been with different governors. At least I've been with President Jonathan also twice. And now people ask me, why is it that you are still there? You won't understand. Now business part, that's another thing. Let's discuss how you start photography with no capital. First of all, I want to show you the knowledge about photography. So next slide. So you can see, this is how the camera takes the pictures. A photography takes when the light fell on the camera, image sensor, and you press the shutter button to record the image into advanced memory. The shutter is a thin metal containing which you press over the sensor to control the exposure time. So if you look at this, to explain how the camera is, this is how you expose. You see from this place. So this is a mirrorless camera. It doesn't. This is a mirrorless camera. So this is a DSLR. DSLR. I'll tell you the difference between the DSLR and the mirrorless camera. But these are the DSLR is. These are we. So you see this flip. This is a mirror that controls the amount of light that comes into the camera and record the image. This is a reflector on top. This is another reflector that protects this reflector. So if you click the camera, the doors open. Depending the speed of the camera you're setting it, the speed you open and close. So let's go to the next slide now. Okay, I look at this. The word photography is, so you see, it's literally mean drawing with light. So in the sense that without light, you cannot take a picture. You cannot record an image. One of the key things in photography is light. It is light. Without light, there's no photography. So the light, which derives from the Greek word, means light and graph. That's the meaning of photography. Light and graph. So if someone asks you what's the definition of photography, it's drawing with light. So that's what photography means. You're just drawing with light. So it tells you that light is one of the most key important things in photography. And let me tell you this, the world of photography was one that started first, before you have the filming part. Photography was on those days, they show you the guy puts a mirror, or what do you call it, projector, and change the image. The faster you change the image, that's how the movies have been made just before they now advance into moving picture. It's called a still picture before it now becomes a moving picture. Photography was the first picture you ever saw. So let's go to the next slide. We don't have time. Okay, look at it. See, the important thing in photography is light. I said it. So photography is a science of recording light. So you record light. If you look at this image, this is a dog on the water. Look at this color lady there, the photographer. See the light on her head there. So, and I'm telling you the meaning of DSLR. That's one of the second camera made in. So it's digital single lens reflex. So you see the reflex is there because it reflects the image and it recorded the image. So let's go next slide. So yeah, so these are the type of the camera. These are all the old ones. Those are up there. And the old ones. So this is the mirrorless and the DSLR. Look at the inside. Because of the sharpness. But if you look at the mirrorless, yes, see the mirrorless very well. You see the mirror I was telling you? This is the mirror. That's the mirror. It opens and closes depending the amount of time and second you set the speed to. Mirrorless is just plain. Mirrorless recorded with sensor. These are sensor camera, that's a mirrorless. Both of them are sensor, but one of the key things, if I advise you to get a camera, for me, I would advise you to get a DSLR. The mirrorless is a bit expensive to use. It's fragile. If you mistakenly fell down with it, somebody bought a Sony mirrorless camera, brand new, as he was buying, he has paid for it, just fell on the ground. And that's how it stopped working. So imagine 2.5 million naira just go. So the DSLR, whether you fall 12 times, you could just stand up. It's more stronger, but you see the world of photography now, we're going to be mirrorless now. But I can bet you, as a camera, I would still like to own a DSLR, then we'll still own a mirrorless because the mirrorless has a fault, the battery doesn't last. The battery doesn't last because if there's no lens, it doesn't record. The battery doesn't last. But you see the DSLR, I can guarantee you can shoot an event with 2 batteries. Full event from morning to night, the 2 batteries. But you see this DSLR, this mirrorless, you need like 4 batteries. Already the camera is on already. On being on is chopping camera already. It's killing batteries. So people that want mirrorless has at least 4 batteries extra carried along. If you're shooting like a wedding from church to reception, you need 6 batteries. Because as you're using your charging, before you know the battery is not in charging. Please let's go to the next slide. We're almost there. Okay, so these are the correct exposure. These are the same image. Now look at this image. Now you see this is a faithful representation of this sense. And this is a low, the exposure is low. This is overexposed. This is too bright, that's overexposed. This is underexposed, it's too dark. So let's go to the next slide, please. So this also how to expose control. There are 3 settings you can change in exposure. So you have the aperture, the shutter speed, and the ISO. So the aperture controls the contrast, colors. Imagine you're shooting somebody wearing a white on a white background. Imagine, so that's going to be very, very challenging. If you look at brands, if you look at bottled water brands, what are the major colors of bottled waters? Thank you. Blue. Any bottled water, just go and check their color. It's blue. You hardly see other colors, but the major colors are blue. So you know, if you see blue, you know, if you're shooting on white, you know how to. Or shall I go to the shutter speed is the speed, the amount of speed the door opens and closes. And the ISO control the brightness and the darkness of the camera. So let's go to the next slide. See, this is the aperture. Now, sometimes the lenses determine the aperture you're using. Now, look at the aperture. See, I said f8, f11, it is the size you give by the f number. You can decide to shoot an ISO of 150. Your aperture is f5. Normally, standard is f5. We don't move from f5, but when you're shooting the average, you need, when you're going f8, then you know you're shooting where there is too much light. But these are the closure of your aperture. Imagine say this f22. These are small it is. This smaller the aperture. But there's one important thing. So the smaller your aperture, the more contrast you get. Now look at this medium aperture. Sometimes the lenses came with their aperture. You see the rotate on the lenses body. These are different lenses with different aperture. Even the camera still have its own aperture settings. So let's go to the next slide. Which is shutter speed. Now your speed, normally your camera should have a speed from 1 to 125 of a second in twice as long as 150, 250. Now that's depending on speed. If you're shooting sports, like people that shoot sports, you see they use heavy lenses. There are lenses for sport, there are lenses for photography. But if you're shooting sport, your speed, your shutter speed should be at 250 upward. If you put it 100, it will be flicker, you see the hand, but because you have to capture the speed. We will expand the class as we go. Please, let's go to the next slide. Almost done. Because this is the ISO. The ISO setting is brightness. When you're shooting dark, increase your ISO. But sometimes, do not use too much ISO. So less, see, I say small ISO setting, less sensitive. And I said ISO 200 is twice as sensitive as ISO 100. So you should know that if your ISO is 200, it's less sensitive than ISO 100. So let's go down. Next slide. Exposure setting. Let's go next slide. Okay. Let me break some things down for us. So now I want to go to. Now, if you want to study, I'm a photographer. I'm a photographer. My camera gets spoiled. and I have a client to attend, and the client called me and said, I need you to shoot for me an event. We're shooting in Delta State. I need a camera for at least the day I'm going, that's one day. The day you shoot, that's another day. The next day you're shooting, that's another day. The day you're coming back, that's another day. That's how many? That's 4 days. So we have people that rent cameras, and any amount, any kind of camera you want, they can rent it for you. Now you calculate your money for your camera renting. You say, okay, fine. Okay, how much are you renting your camera? Okay, our 5D Mark 4 is 25,000 naira in a day. Our Mark 3 is 15,000. Some give Mark 3 for 10,000, some 12,000. Now be very, very careful with this. If you're collecting a camera, tell the guy that's giving you a camera, do you have a very good lenses? Because these guys that rent camera give you, they don't care whether the lens is good or not. They just give you what they have. Because they don't know about those lenses, what they can do. Then they just buy, that's their business. They just do it for business. Somebody can come and collect their camera and their lenses, just go and use it for something else. The lenses you'll be using for 3 months, if you come to use it, you will show, if you take a picture with it, show that the lens is getting old. The lens is the height of the camera. Without the lens, the camera cannot see. So the lens is one of the most important tools among the camera. So you make sure your lens is good. You pay for 4 days. So in this sense, if you're charging a client that's taking you to Delta State, it's paying for your hotel, of course, it's going to pay for your hotel and transfer, unless he asks you to budget your money on your hotel. So you look, okay, what's your budget? The camera is 30,000 a day. 4 days. You calculate for 4 days, that's 120. Then after that 4 days, you now calculate your own charges, your own work, your laptop, your movement, your work, you calculate everything. You make sure that your profit is there. Now people have this sense, correct me if I'm lying. If you call somebody and say, this is my cost, this is my charges for this course, and the charge is supposed to be 300,000 naira, you now say my charge for this course is 300. Do you know it will beat you down to 200 or 150? Some people tell you 100,000. But when you say my charges is 600, it will beat you down to 400. And that 400, that's not what your more charge is 300, but it will beat you down to 400. So it's a plus for you. But always call a price. But sometimes when you have a relationship with the client, just tell the client, okay, fine, look at it, let's work together. You tell him that this is what this thing costs. Now in the business, you don't tell the client the actual amount of what it costs. You tell him all this thing costs. My camera, you tell him, don't say you're renting it, just tell him that your camera, your light costs 350. Okay, how much will you pay me? Okay, now pay for my camera 350. Now come pay me between you and how much will you pay me for my work. So you see, at the end of the day, the client pays you and you still gain. You don't lose. So whenever you're charging as a photographer, you can. I want to talk a little bit about, sorry, Mr. Thomas, just a little about phone photography. If you take a picture with your phone, most especially a good Samsung and iPhone, make sure you have a very good light. Light is the key. I always say light is the key. But shoot on a background that contrasts your image. If your image is black, shoot it on a white background, shoot it on a gray background. If your image is white, shoot it on a colorful background that contrasts your image. Don't put an image and same color, no. So the image and the color behind the color outside must contrast each other. There must be a separation between, that's why I say a separation between black and white. Those goes for other colors too. So thank you very much.
Can we give a round of applause? Can we give a round of applause? Please, for the time, we'll have to ask some questions in. I would like him, we'll choose a specific day where he will come and train better on food photography. I mean, none of us are interested in food photography because I know most of us don't have camera. So all this camera talk was too much for us. But food photography, he will talk on that. So without much ado, I'd like to invite the next speaker. This is an Uber numero in the industry. He's someone that has over 10 years plus experience in the industry, and he just come to speak to us within 5 minutes. I'll be out of here. I would like to invite Mr. Valentine. He just left. Please let me call him to speak with us for 5 minutes. Mr. Valentine Igbenobia. Is he coming?
It's coming, let me come. It's coming, yes, carry on. Carry on.
So please, let's give a round of applause as we come to quickly speak for a few minutes. Mr. Valentine Igbenobia is the CEO of Pruvia Integrated Limited. He has over 10 decades of business and he's into fleet management and also outsourcing. Can we give a round of applause for Mr. Valentine as we come to speak for us? God bless you. Respect you, sir. Please, a round of applause once more.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not really good at talking with mic most times. Most of my facilitation, they usually use, if they give me microphone, okay, because of the video, right? I prefer to use the wireless or somebody. I'm not really good with talking with mic. Okay, Valentine Igbenobia is my name. It's a pleasure to meet every one of you here. And he said I should talk about business you can start without no capital. I'm going to use myself as a statement, as a case study of what I have been doing for the past 5 years. So you understand how I also started business without capital. I came to Lagos. What brought me to Lagos was I came to sell, and I was posted to Lagos. And because of me being posted to Lagos, I was posted to Diamond Bank as a corporate where I worked in the department called National Corporate. I studied business. My first degree, I studied business administration. I already knew that if I'm going to work, I will not work for a long time. This is something I have already had a premonition from when I was in primary school. My dad wanted me to be a doctor, but I knew where I was going. So it works. The long story short was, after I left Diamond Bank, having a vision of Pruvia, which is into human resource outsourcing, fleet management, and presently just started the real estate arm. I had some money which I have saved, and I now put the money into those things related to MMM, what they call them. I want to double my money. And the name of that company was called Covenant Fadama, which was being headed by a Catholic bishop. Their head office was in Port Harcourt. I gave them 2 million there. The first month I received over close to 500,000 as ROI. It was so sweet. So I had to put all the money I wanted to use to start growing into it. So after that month, they didn't pay me again. Till today, I didn't see my money. So now I was broke. I wasn't able to pay my rentage then. I was staying around Obasa Close. That was where I registered the company Pruvia, and I was using my city room as my office. At that point in time, I now asked myself, how can I be able to start up a business? People were thinking, I need finance, because everybody that sits here, I don't know, the majority of us always believe that business is all about the capital, that's money. But the thing you need to understand is that business is not about capital. The first thing you need to identify is, what do you want to offer? It's either what services are you rendering, or what product are you manufacturing. You need to understand that. The second thing you need to start putting into cognizance is, who are my targeted audience? In the bank, they say, know your customer. Now, as a businessman or as an entrepreneur, you need to know your target audience. Who are you producing to? Who do you want to service? Do you know that services it differs? If you go to some boutique, you can get a shirt of 2,000, isn't it?
Yes.
There are some boutiques you go to, you can't get a shirt of 1 million.
Yes.
Because they have already targeted the right source of people who will come and purchase or shop with them. So know who you are targeting. I will use my landlady for example now. If you don't have up to 5,000, you can't eat her food. And she has customers, she's still selling every day because you know her targeted audience. And there are some places, if you don't sell with 1,000 naira, you can be able to eat and get yourself satisfied. So I needed to do that. So that's business for me. It's not all about the money. They say there are 3 factors to business. They say land, capital, and what? Land, capital, and what? Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship has to do with what? Human factor. And that is the most difficult part in business. Most people don't know. You can have more than 1 billion, there's so many billions, but managing people is the most difficult thing. So the idea of me starting a business, I already knew this is what I want to do. I already asked myself, what do I want to do? So the first kind of business we started doing at that point in time, we came up with an SPSS, a software for schools. I had a member who, I had the idea, he was the developer, he needed someone to put him through. So I told him, okay, can we be able to come up with a software for schools? And he said, okay, and the software was what we discovered they use abroad, where parents can be able to interact, check their child in school, see how the child that does not come to school can submit their assignment online. You can write your exam online. That's this virtual learning that is now very common. We came up with that idea. At that point in time, we marketed over 3,000 schools within Lagos and Ogun State. We were not able to close our business. When I tell you there was 3,000, I was counting, prospecting 3,000, we were not able within 6 months. But at that point, I now discovered that there was a lacuna which needed to be addressed. We needed solution towards managing of staff. I discovered some people managing their resources, their human resources. That means talking about the employees, they always have challenge in doing this. So at that point in time, I decided to close that gap. I knew this is what I have studied in school. I knew I had the prerequisite when I was working with Diamond Bank. We have resolved so many organizational restructuring and the likewise. I said, this is something we can be able to do. That is how we started sending out proposals to companies who needed a consulting company that can be able to resolve their high attrition rate. Or I mean high attrition, that's the inflow and outflow of workforce, always leaving, coming, and the likewise. They needed to be stable. And the first company we had as at that point of time was Lasapo. That's Lagos State Insurance. When I told them, after doing the presentation for them, and they looked at me and said, you are too young, I don't think you can be able to do this. We have so and so staff. This is kind of, I said, yes, give me a try. I said, I'm not going to put money first. And the man just said, we'll pay you 7,000. I told him, yes, we'll do it. And within 3 weeks, we recruited about 48 staff for them, and they paid us that 7,000 for recruiting 48 staff. So the reason we do it, you need to start something in business. It's not all about the money, but the passion is what gives the results. How passionate are you towards your goal or towards your vision determines what you get at the long run. But most of us, why you do entrepreneurship, always look at the short run. Everybody, the money come, make you just the problem. No. You should look at the services you are rendering. How passionate are you towards rendering that services? In the long run, those services will give you referrals that will change your life. That's what most people don't know. So that is what I have been doing in my business. So managing people is the major challenges in business, not the financial aspect. You can go to a bank will give you money, and at the end of the day, after giving you money for business proposition, business plan, and in the long run, you cannot be able to know what to use that money for, and you lose that funds because it is not being channeled towards the right goal. So for us, as at that point in time, my office was my sitting room. So I'm letting you see how I settled that no money. My office was my sitting room. I had just one printer. All what comes in, I had one landline. And it's inside my car. The landline is always inside my car. My printer is always in my boots. So if I just go to one or two places and they say submit the proposal, I just go to the next business center, I just say I'll pay for the light I'm going to use. I print out the proposal and I go back to the Word and submit. So I did not really start business with money, but it was the idea because I have a solution to give at that point in time, and I have problem to solve at that point in time. So those are what propels us into business. So in due course, presently now, to be sincere, the least we charge is 20, we don't do less than 20%. Our recruits. This company over there, the bank there, they come, I told them don't do more than, that they need 30 staff, I said we cannot do more than, and they were surprised. I didn't ask them, I didn't proof this. Your record will speak for you. Your record will speak for you. So the quality of services you render determines the doors to open in terms of referrals. So business, we should not look at the capital aspect of the business, but what we should give. And what we should give determines what we put on black and white. What is black and white? Our proposal is the key thing. Mostly when you are doing more of services. Most people want to see what you want to do. Like those who act movie, the first one asks you, let me see your scripts. So there are some actors, he knows those who are into that industry, when you bring the script and they look at it so shabby, they'll tell you they are not interested. Because they know that that script, and if they try to act it, is going to deduce or reduce their personality or their market value. So you as an entrepreneur, think of what you need to offer. Please ask, any one of us heard about this thing? Before I came out now, as I'm still conducting interview online now. People are still here online, waiting for them to be done. So I'm just ready to run over. I went through Temu and I discovered there's something they were used to kill other business in Nigeria, which is, what are they doing presently now? Free delivery. Free shipping. So no matter if like buy things worth 10 million, they will ship it for what? For free. Now, they are losing. That's what most people don't know. Temu is losing seriously. As you are buying whatever you are buying, the shipping is what? Is free. Wherever in the world you are, they will come and ship to you. You see, that is a very brilliant business strategy because they are not thinking about the profitability. They are not looking at it from that angle. They are looking at creating a massive awareness that everybody, before you know what you do, you always rely on what? Temu. And I'm surprised that they can do this for the next 1 year or 2 years. So as entrepreneurs or business owners or intending business owners, we should erode that thought of what? Capital or profit maximization. We should forget about it. Think about what you want to solve. Think about the smiles you put in the faces of your niche market. What is your niche? The market you want to sell. Think about how to identify the right market. Sometimes you might have the right product or the right service, but you are prospecting or pitching the wrong audience. You need to always carry out market survey. How good is my business? How good do people perceive me? What are my competitors doing? You need to benchmark yourself with other people. You need to also look for other bigger companies, mentoring, look up to them to see how they are growing their business. You need to develop your own path that can be a designated path for you. For me, I always tell everybody, I think there was a place I went to speak and one of the staffs asked me, and he said, who is your mentor? And I told the person that the worst thing you need to understand in life is I don't have a mentor. Now the only person I know envisage that I can see as a mentor was Steve Jobs, and he's dead. I've never met him before in my life. I only read his book, I followed his vision, how he's building his phone, how he has been creating this from when he was small. And man said in Africa, I said I've not seen any African man that can give me what I want. The man was like, wow. For me, I mentor myself. Everybody knows how they live their life. I look at people's way of doing things and I remodel it and see how I can be able to fit into my life. But I don't believe on what works for her that works for me. So what works for her, I can only use that model, redefine or remodify that model to see how it's going to work for me. Capitalization, we all know that in Nigeria, most of our banks, the financial institutions are not ready to give you this. Even if they are willing to give you this, they will give you an exorbitant return on investment or interest that even this will be killing the business for you. So I always tell every aspiring entrepreneur, think about how you can start up your business without a capital. And it's going to help you. When the business is in the right path, angel investors, even the financial institution will be knocking on your door. But first of all, get it right by identifying the right niche, the right targeted audience, the right product for the right people. What are you offering? To be sincere, to become a billionaire, you can make it, it's easier in Nigeria than anywhere in the world. I always tell people that. Get the right business, people will connect with you wherever you are. people will come far and near to associate with the light you have in you. People will want to do business with you because they have seen some things that can be able to speak out. What are those things that they need to see in you as an aspiring entrepreneur? I will start with one, the reverse, that's the aim, which is confidence. How confident are you? If you come in front of me and you are talking about your product, and I don't feel that confidence in you, you might have the right weights, you might have the right products, but if you are not exhibiting that confidence, it's a failure to me. That makes me feel what you are selling, you don't even believe in it. Confidence goes a long way. So when you stand, people ask you questions, you defend what you are saying, they feel the passion in what you are doing. You need to exhibit that, it needs to be there. That's one. Two is identifying the right target audience, the right market for your business, the right market for your services. Our services is not limited to Lagos. We do have an office in Abuja, which I shut down last year because it's not making what we were expecting it to be. We keep paying salaries, the overhead, and like I told them, no, they'll shut it down. What we do most times, when we have business in Abuja, I fly down to Abuja to conduct business. Oshobo, different state. It moves. So Lagos, of late, Lagos, I do like 40-50%. Majority of my business is now outside the shores of Lagos. They call I travel the ID. So now I have identified, even in those states, they'll tell you that they don't spend money in paying for recruitment. As small as Oshobo, I have a client that pays 80% of the bills in this office. And there's a company in Oshobo. He was able to, somebody referred me and he knew that these guys are doing and is enjoying what we are delivering. So identifying your right target audience is key. So you don't waste your time pitching to the wrong source, wasting resources to the wrong source, and sometimes it can be demeanor in the sense that you can start getting demotivated in the sense that you can start losing value of what you believe in because you are pitching what the wrong audience. 3, your association determines who you are. They say, show me your friend, I will tell you who you are. As an entrepreneur, it's good for you to connect with fellow entrepreneurs. Sometimes that bond brings unity. It stimulates progress. It stimulates the ability to do more. But when you have this vision, I don't know of most of you, and you have friends who say, I'm not to say the word, you just wasting your time. It kills you indirectly or directly. It's killing you. Let me share you one. There was a period, a company called Hotwat App supposed to come into Nigeria. That was in 2014. I met the CEO of that company on LinkedIn, and we spoke, and they were producing cider products, alcoholic cider, and he said, the way you speak, I think you can be able to represent our market. I said, no problem. He flew down with his team, about 4 of them, with the lodge at that Radisson Hotel then, and we were there, and we had this meeting. We had a 4 days brainstorming. They wanted to see if I can be able to, I did the market research. And at that point, the company, what they were producing, the kind of bottle they are producing was, the normal how snap bottles are. But the beauty about it is that you don't, the marketing value was, you don't need to use an opener. You just twist and it opens. And our culture in Nigeria, we like efism. Everybody wants something to be different from what every other person says. So that efism. So I looked at it, the content, and they said they can do it. And they gave us about half trailer load. They shipped it down for us to do market testing and survey. So we took it to clubs, took it to different places, hotels. People showed interest in it. Now, what killed that business at that moment, I sharing this experience was NAFDAQ. NAFDAQ wanted more in terms of registration, and the company said they don't do PR, they don't give tips to people. That if NAFDAQ reviews, they will not do business in Nigeria. That's how they let go. Before then, my friends who I told, they told me, you are wasting your time. That this company has nothing to give to you, that you are just marketing, suffering yourself for nonsense. I know friends who called me then when I was starting my business, they tell me that I'm a daydreamer. That how will somebody who works in a bank, not that they sacked you, you resign, leave bank job, say you want to start up your own business. Even my own dad didn't believe in me. As at that point in time, my dad said his enemies here at work, that this guy is cursed, that he has never seen this kind of thing in his life. But later I started seeing the fruit of what I do, or what I'm now becoming, and started believing in this. So your association matters a lot. Because if you meet people who believe in what you do, it propels you, it gives you that confidence, gives you that morale to do more, to believe in what you do. But when you meet people who are always disassociating your mind, disorientating you for who you are, telling you if you not work, say they wait, no, go bring your seat, go find job. So we can't run away from them. So as entrepreneurs for me, I select who my friends are. I relate with everybody, but there are some kind of discussion I have. I know this kind of people I meet to be able to get what I want. So if you want to grow big and become who you want to be, associate with people who think alike around you. Next, we know Tony Elumelu, who is the chairman and the CEO of what's the name of this company again? Transcorp Holding. No, it's not only Transcorp Holding. Hess Holding. Do you know what he does? He's so positive that every year, I don't know if you have studied this, they used to bring a minimum of 1,000 entrepreneurs all over Africa. Nigeria brings in 60% of them. They bring everybody together. They ask all of you to write on your proposals. I don't know, people submit proposals online. So they select the best proposals and they now finance it. Do you know why they do that? They do that because of sustainability of their business. That's what most people don't know. They might come, they'll give you $5,000, $10,000. For the next 3 years, the profit you'll be making from that $10,000, $15,000 they're giving to you, 60% is going to them, 40% comes to you, and they will be the ones monitoring your business. So, and you don't have rights to protect your business in the sense that the trademark cannot be yours. The trademark is always with them. So when they don't need your business anymore, they can let it go. They need your business, they can make of course that business to become a multi-billion business, but you don't have a say, but you only become the MD of that business. All the profit making goes to them. So these are the mistakes most young entrepreneurs always make. When such offer comes in, they are like angel investors. They always jump into it. So what I'm saying is, after I talked about association, who you associate with, now as entrepreneurs, we need to read. You need to study. You need to understand the nitty-gritty of your business. Know the legal laws applicable to your business. Know the legal laws applicable to where you operate your business. It helps. So many good brains have been burnt away based on the fact that people have come to tell them, if I give you 2 billion, can you be able to give me this? This is what you get. And they will agree without not knowing what they have signed themselves to. They might be just be there and be making money for the team or for the investors, and he's just there knowing nothing. So as entrepreneurs, whatever you are tending your legal tender into, you are signing, please try to always read to understand. If you don't comprehend to understand it better, get a legal counsel who would advise you, counsel you on the legal terms of what you are about to append your signature to. It is key. So the most intelligent people in the world, I tell anybody, are entrepreneurs. Because till we die, we will keep making research and keep reading. We don't relent. We must understand each business we do, whether we don't know. There's no business around me, I will give you an idea about it. No business will come, I will always tell you one thing. Because I need to go, I always read why. That's the only way that can sustain you in becoming successful. The last example I'm going to share is that we use the story of Elon Musk. If you hear the story how he has been, you'll be laughing. He has got into so many things you can even think about. Apart from the car, when he started Tesla, the first 3 years he sold only 38 pieces. 38, 3 years, he did only 38, and they told him this man is a drunkard. How would you tell me you use battery to be driving the car? But what is revolutionizing the world now? From now to 2030, even in Nigeria, all this fuel is gone. It's going to be gone. The guy with that's his idea, that seed he thought about is what is changing the world. He didn't even stop there. He's not thinking of how he will build hotel and migrate, that this world is becoming too populated. He's looking at how he wants to migrate people from Earth to Mars. Can you imagine? And some people tell you that maybe the boy is smoking, is worrying his brain. No! It's an idea, it's a vision, it's a seed, and he's nurturing it every day. That is the reason he's building space what? SpaceX. Billionaires now travel, if you want to see space, you can pay, I think you pay close to $5 million. You and your family can sit inside the space. They will take you for like less than 24 hours though. You you view the orbit, you see the space, and they'll bring you a talk, they'll bring you back. People are paying for it. People pay for it just to go and look at the space and come back. You see what he's thinking. The next thing that is doing something on neuro, your brain now, whereby you don't need to, your brain, it wants to enhance how people think. And they are started testing about 1,000 persons, they will implant a chip into you. You think faster than a robot. And with that chip, you might not be getting sick. All this cancer, he's thinking so wide to say how he can erode a lot. Now, for those who are lazy, he has created a robot. If you cannot cook, you can buy his robot, he can cook for you. You can have, if you don't want to be taking care of dog, packing dog poo, he has a robotic dog that can be guiding your house. If you want somebody to be washing your car, he's trying to make things easy for mankind. At the long run, what he's making excessive what? Money. Good thinking, the motto of Toyota is what? Good thinking, good products. So whatever you think, the idea you think about, how good it is, the end product of it is going to be what? Good products. Then the last step you look at it is now what? Profit maximization. So it works. Capital is not the key thing in running business or starting a business. The key thing that makes a business sustainable and lives is the idea. The IDEA. That's the key thing. I hope I'm able to bring justice to this. If you have questions to ask,
Please, you have 2 questions because of our time. If you have anybody with questions, 2 questions.
There's a business I was doing in 2017, and 7 years ago. So, the long when I paid influencers to help me advertise, and the business went down. Not like it went up, and I'm still getting little profit from it. But my question is, how do I bring it back up?
what business is this?
It's a crypto business.
Crypto.
A crypto business.
Okay. You see that business is one of the most dynamic business in Nigeria. But if you are in developed world, based on what it starts with the policies, the government and fiscal policies, which the country enacts, it helps to sustain your business. The biggest challenge you have presently in Nigeria is that government does not even think of how to do support us with laws that can govern entrepreneurs. So for that business, the competition is so much. You know what I'm saying? There's so many persons in it. The ones with the good mind, the bad mind, and the scammers, they are all on it. So prospecting that business for me, I believe you should have understood the business model before starting of paying influencers. The influencers will not kill your business. Because if you understand the pros and cons of that business you are doing, influencers will not be able to tell you how they are achieving to get prospect for you. Why I'm saying this is this. Understanding your business is key. My own business now, if you are an influencer, you come into my business, I will be the one to tell you the areas I need influencing. Yes or no? Yes. Because my business is more B2B. What B2B is business to business. And the business we are doing there is more of B2C, business to consumer, because you are dealing with individuals. So maybe the influencers, I don't know who they are, maybe they will now prospecting more of B2B against B2C. And they were spending a lot of money from your digital financial commitment into it, which was also affecting your business. So for me, I always tell everybody, before you can start thinking of bringing in social media, which is very key, which is the future, you need to understand your business. When you understand your business, the next thing you need to do, you need to create a budget. What's the timeline for this? Do I have the timeline for the 3 months influencing of my business? Do I have the capital for it? If it is yes, you have the capital, you set that money out to a neutral account. That, oh, let this money be here, it's for influencing. Then you monitor the progression of the daily influencing of your business. Before you start monitoring, you need to look for the right person. Placing the square peg in the square hole is key. That's placing the right company or influencer who you feel can help you grow your business. There are so many influencers who are there, or social media managers who tell you they can do ABU, and you bring them, talk is cheap, you will not see results. So you need to track it. When you get the right set of persons, you track the progress. For me, I track. The table here won't say that like, okay, you told me this at so and so time we'll have this. I place everything I do on targets. So if you are on Twitter, I expect you that, okay, I need you to create engagement. I want to see minimum of 15 or 20 engagements. I need to see that my Twitter page is growing per day. Let's say assuming we're getting like 10. If it's not achievable, okay, let's do 5. At the end of the month, you should be getting 10 or 50 followers per month. You are spending money for it, so you need to get what? Results.
Yeah.
But to be sincere, the result might not just come at once. It's a gradual growth. It's a creepy growth to be coming gradually, and you'll be seeing that there's a result. It's coming up, it's going up. So it works. So for that business, if I were you, you should have not think of influencers. You should have done it, raise some capital, think about the market you want to service, and in that market, to be candid, 95% of Yahoo boys are in that crypto and forex. So for me, you might not pitching them, they are very difficult to pitch because most people, their fingers have been burnt. So you need to look for the set of persons, and illiterate will not do crypto with you. So most people that will do crypto are the working class. And the best way to be able to get your business started is to be creating seminars or webinars online, educating people on more what? Crypto. So when you start doing that, and people start doing that, this is what you do. And you can even open a free account for them. You can even test it with $1 for them. Let them start seeing that the $1 of let's say don't turn $2 and you can tell them cash it out. You see your business will grow.
Seminars. Please, because of our time, we have a time frame. The meeting will be here in the next few minutes, let's say 5 minutes. So we have to be here within 2 minutes.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you guys.
So please, shall we just stand as we pray? I have things for you. Once again, the mic. Okay, sir.
I'm so sorry. I almost stole your mic.
So, once again, this is the Oasis of Life. We meet here every Sunday evening for 1 hour between 5